he does this because of the fourth principle, that the practice of invitation reflects God's character. The practice of invitation reflects God's character. Look at verse 9. Jesus goes on to say, which of you, if his son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? Like a caring Father, God does not ask us to bully and to power up and to cajole and to appease him to get what we want. God is an inviting God. God invites us to invite him to give us what we need. God is not up there needing us to cajole, needing us to power up, needing us to come before him and jump through a bunch of hoops in order to get what we need. God says, I want you to invite other people to make a change in their lives because that's how I do business. God, who has ultimate influence over every atom and cell in the cosmos, says, I'm not a bully. I invite you to invite me to meet your needs. Therefore, you are supposed to, as my followers, relate to other people according to that same way of doing things. And this is all because of the last principle. Living a life of influence sums up God's will for our lives. Living a life of influence, of making a positive impact on those around us, sums up God's will for our lives. Jesus caps it off in verse 12 by saying, so in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets. The law and the prophets were the entire Bible in Jesus' day. Jesus says, look, if you want to know what it's like to live out this book in its entirety, if you want to know God's complete will for your life, if you could boil it all down to one thing, it would be becoming a person who knows how to influence other people in the right direction. Someone who treats others with respect and so leaves a positive deposit in their life, because all of us want to be treated with respect. And you know what? Maybe if enough Christians like me could really grab a hold of that. I mean, could really grab a hold of the fact that being right doesn't really solve any problems, though I may be right about somebody else's problem. If people like me could really grab a hold of the fact that God desires me to be a person of influence, has laid out a pathway to make an impact on other people, maybe, just maybe, when folks ask the unchurched community in Macon about Cross Connection Church, they wouldn't say homophobic, and they wouldn't say judgmental, and they wouldn't say hypocritical. Maybe folks out there would say about the members of this Christian community, you know, I may not believe in all the stuff that the folks at Cross Connection Church believe in, but those are influencers. And they've made a positive impact on my life, in the lives of my family members, and in the life of this